A young guy called Ebuka was paralyzed on his left hand right from birth. His father had earlier abandoned him and his mother with his younger sisters at a very early age, and his mother was so poor to the extent that she didn't have money to sort for medical help for her son. Ebuka had always loved football from a very tender age, but none of his mates always wanted him to play with them. Anytime Ebuka wanted to join their game, they would always chase him away, telling him that they didn't need a paralyzed human being in their game. Even at school, when his younger sister is being bullied, she would threaten to call her elder brother for them, but they would just laugh hardly, saying, "Is it that your handicapped brother you want to call for us, or do you have another one?" And his younger sister would just run away in shame. It got to the extent that his younger sisters became ashamed of him. They became ashamed to work with him or tell people that he was their brother in public places. Ebuka would always feel sad and blame fate for being so hard on him, but his mother would always sit him down and tell him that this was just directing him to his destiny. Ebuka's mother was somebody Ebuka didn't joke with. Even though he was handicapped, he was ready to kill and die for his mother. Ebuka, in his condition, began to do menial jobs just to make sure his mother and his younger sisters ate. One day, Ebuka was caught stealing one cup of garri which he planned for his family to manage that evening, and he was almost burned to death by his haters if not for the intervention of a policewoman called Sandra. Sandra paid for what he stole and took him aside, where he explained all that he had been passing through to Sandra. Sandra felt pity on him and decided to help him achieve his goal. Even though everyone thought that they were crazy, Sandra would always take him to the field where he practiced football. Ebuka would always feel happy doing what he loved doing, even though he never thought it would bring out something great. Few years later, Ebuka became the best footballer of the year, which carried the Ballon d'Or. A lot of people could not believe their ears. They couldn't believe that the same Ebuka that was handicapped was now the best footballer of the year. But Ebuka just smiled and said, "Never you allow your liabilities to cover the abilities in you, because when mercy locates a man, it doesn't matter if you are guilty or if men have written you off, it just places you higher than even your expectations with ease."